VE1 PIN Mobile, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Bert. No problem at all there. It's Jim here, VE1 JBL, and I'll log you in there. And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net, first one of the year, and welcome aboard. Before we get started, do we have any emergency or priority traffic for the net? Nothing heard. The call sign here is Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima. My name is Jim, and I'm actually filling in for Mike tonight, VE9MTV, who had other commitments, so he asked me to fill in for him there tonight. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic Time in the CQ Maritimes Room 60207. The net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. The net is also streaming live on YouTube at Rob, VE1RMJ. That's Romeo Oscar Bravo, Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet. So that everyone can follow the net and participate in the chat room. Amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, please give us your call sign using proper phonetics. After maritime stations are called in, stations from outside the area will get a chance to check in. A reminder, due to delay in the system, key up a second or two before transmitting and keep the PTT button on for a second or two after your transmission has finished breaking. Okay, before we get started, do we have any announcements? Any announcements for the net? Go ahead, please. Okay, not hearing anything. We'll move on to any short time stations or mobile stations. Time and mobile stations. I would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-Ray, VE1FOX.
Victor Echo 1, Alpha Bravo X-Ray. Victor Echo 1, Juliet Sierra.
Okay, I got 3 stations so far. I got VE1FOX, VE1AVX, and VE1JS. Who did I miss, or any other short time or mobile stations? Go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Whiskey, India, November.
Okay, I got 4 stations there, and nobody said mobile, so I guess these are all short-time stations. So, top of the list, Curtis, VE1FOX, VE1JBL. Very good evening.
VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-Ray here in 3 Mile Plain. Good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all the other operators on this evening. I'm going to make her short. I got something wrong with my antenna up there. It's on a 90-degree angle. It's a J-pole, so she broke away somehow, so I get an awful buzzer coming in on my radio here. So I got to get that fixed. I can't get it done until the weekend. So anyway, I'll make her short and sweet here. Anyways, good evening to all. For that, Jim, thanks for calling me in. Thanks for doing the net. It's always great to get on when we can. So we'll get back to you for this evening, and hopefully next week we'll have that antenna fixed up. VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-Ray here in 3 Mile Plains. 7-3, back to you, Jim.
Yeah, okay, very good, Curtis. Yeah, you really don't want an antenna on a 90-degree angle, that's for sure. But it sounded good. I'll give you that much. But anyways, yeah, you probably want to get that fixed now. Anyways, thanks, Curtis. Have yourself a great evening, and 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go down to Lower Woods Harbor and see Guy, VE1AVX, VE1JBL, and I guess you're still home until... well, I guess you're still home. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. 7-3 is all. Yeah, we're home till, I'm not sure if it's Sunday or Monday there, Jim. I'm waiting for a confirmation on the load. Either going PEI or going to Dartmouth. I think I'm going to Dartmouth, but we'll find out within the next day or so. Yeah, really not too much going on here, Jim. I just want to pop downstairs there and kind of curl up with Mrs. for my last couple of days at home. So we jumped in on the short time station thing there. So we'll turn it back to you there. 7-3 is all, and a very happy New Year's. The third day of the New Year's, anyway. Back to you, Jim. VE1JBL, VE1AVX.
Yeah, okay, very good, Guy. Good and everything there, and yeah, it's nice to get home there, and I'm sure you're enjoying it there, and I'm sure you'll be on the road before too long there. So, anyways, very good. Yeah, and Happy New Year, and I won't say Happy New Year to everybody there, but I'll say Happy New Year to everybody now. So I don't have to do it for everybody who comes on to net tonight. Anyways, take care, Guy. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3. VE1JS down in where's Sandy Cove, John? VE1JBL. Come on in.
Everyone, JBL on the net, V1JS. Very good, Jim. Thank you for calling me in. Thanks for doing the net. Not too much going on here today. It was a nice day. A little cool, but no ice on the road, no snow. What snow we have is leaving. Anyway, thanks for calling me in. We'll look for you next week. V1JBL on the net, V1JS 73.
Yeah, okay, very good, John. Good and everything there. Thanks very much for taking the time to come in there tonight, and greatly appreciate it. And have yourself a great week. Okay, let's go into Spring Hill. And Peter, what are you doing up in Spring Hill here? VE1WIN, VE1JBL.
Good evening. Good evening. Oh, yeah, we're visiting a friend of mine in the Spring Hill prison tomorrow. So, yeah. Used to go to school with the guy, and he was charged with murder. Yeah. So we still keep in contact. So with that, Jim, I'm not going to keep it an early morning tomorrow. I'm going to be at the prison at 9 a.m. So we'll catch everybody later. Have a great evening. I'll catch you all next week when I'm back home in Halifax.
Yeah, okay, very good, Peter. Now, have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. Okay, let's take one more round. Anybody else on short-time or mobile? Short-time or mobile stations before we open it up here. So anybody else on short-time or mobile stations? Call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim. Short-time or mobile stations only. Go ahead.
Victor, Yankee 2, Golf. Foxtrot, Sierra Mike.
Okay, I got two stations there. I don't know if there's a third one in there or not. I'll tell you who I have. I have BY2GF and BE1FSM. What's in there? Nothing heard. Top of the list. Go ahead, George. BY2GF, VE1JBL.
Well, good evening, Jim, and everybody on the doing it. Well, what happened today? It was in Charlottetown. I checked and picked some people up at the airport, and it's grocery day tomorrow. Other than that, it's been a reasonably exciting week, so I hope everybody has a happy new year, and we'll certainly look forward to a great amateur radio event upcoming. Victor Yankee 2, Foxtrot, 7.
Yeah, okay, very good, George. I don't know if it's conditions or if you're on low power or what there, but you were kind of hit and miss, but we did get everything that you were saying there. So, very good, and thanks very much for taking the time to come in there tonight there, 7-3 for now. And let's go into Amherst and see Frank, VE1FSM, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL, VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to everybody else on net tonight. And she's just crawling under the 0 degrees here, so temperature dropping again. I guess we're supposed to be getting some snow next week, but I guess we'll have to wait and find out for sure, because wouldn't be the first time the weatherman's been wrong. Anyway, Jim, no real traffic, more or less popping in to say hello and give me a mark for the book before we take off downstairs to do some work. So back over to you, VE1JBL, VE1 Fox Sierra Mike.
Yeah, okay, very good, Frank. Well, thanks for coming in there tonight. Do appreciate it there. And have yourself a great week there, 7-3 for now. Okay, before we get started here, I just noticed that we have 34 nodes connected tonight. And I think that's the most nodes we've ever had connected for the Maritime Fusion Net before there. So 34 nodes. So I want to thank everybody for coming in and for everybody opening up the repeater systems and everything to get us in here. So we're doing well there tonight. So 34 nodes. That's pretty good. Okay, with that, we're going to start our rounds here. So, of course, we'll go to Prince Edward Island first. So, anybody in Prince Edward Island that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, stations from PEI. Go ahead, please.
Victor, Yankee 2, Fox United.
Okay, I have VY2 Fox United on there. Any other stations? Any other stations from Prince Edward Island? Stations from PEI that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please. Okay, Dave, I guess you're all by yourself there. VY2 Fox United, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. How's things in Cavendish tonight?
Jim, yeah, it was a beautiful evening before the sun went down. It's very calm. It's cooling down, and just see a skim of ice forming on the water in the river out front. So it's going to happen sometime, but I don't think it's anywhere near freezing over yet. It's going to be a while, but just seeing a little skim. You know, it'll disappear when the sun comes up and everything, but other than that, no traffic from up here in Springbrook, just to the west of Cavendish. And thanks, Jim. It was VE1 JBL, VY2FU, Fuzzy Underwear.
Yeah, okay, very good, Dave. Yeah, pretty well the same here. We took our Christmas lights down today, and it was I think it was on the plus side here, if I'm not mistaken. It was beautiful. I just had a light jacket on there, and we got all the lights down, and there is a skim of ice on the river out front here too, Dave. So just a skim. That's all that's on the river here right at the moment here, but it's still open. There's some is open, some is still running. So anyways, and I had a beautiful thing there this afternoon. We were taking the lights down. I looked up in the sky, and there was a rainbow, but it wasn't really a rainbow. It was just like a smiley face across right at the height of the sky. There was this a rainbow, and I took pictures of it. But the sun wasn't around it or anything. The sun was way off, of course, more toward the horizon. But there was this beautiful rainbow directly on top of us there. But it was in the shape of a funny face or a smiley face. So. It was really neat to see. I'd never seen anything like that before. So probably ice crystals or something. I'm sure there's a technical term for it. But anyways, it was nice to see you there today. Anyways, Dave, thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great street for now. Okay, so let's go over to Nova Scotia. Let's take our first round of stations from Nova Scotia. I'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Call sign here is VE1JBL. The name is Jim. Stations from Nova Scotia. Go ahead, please.
Victor 01, Mike Yankee.
Kilo Echo Victor.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet, Whiskey V1, JW.
Okay, I got 3 stations so far. I have VE1MY, VE1KEV, and VE1JW. Who did I miss from Nova Scotia? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 3, Alpha Charlie, VE3AC.
Victor Echo 1, Tango Whiskey Hotel, VE1 TWH.
VE1 GUI.
Okay, I got 3 more stations in there. I got VE1 TWH, VE1 GUI, and VE3AC. Okay, let's go to the top of the list here. And good evening, Mike. VE1MY, VE1 JBL.
Good evening, Jim. VE1 JBL, VE1Y. And the multitude coming up behind me. Anyway, Jim, I'll just give you a mark on the slate. Everybody have a great year. We'll talk to you later. VE1 and Y.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Yeah, thanks very much for coming in there tonight. And, oh, by the way, your different call sign on your radio, so I don't know which one you have that you're using right now, but it's got the QXY or your other call sign is coming up on that radio, so just for your information there. Very good. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. Into Amherst, VE1KEV, VE1JBL. I've seen an email come in for you, Kevin, but of course I haven't had time to open it up there, but I did see it pop in here. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jim. Very good evening there as well. The one JBL for the Wednesday night Fusion Net, the one KEV. Very good evening, and good evening to Mike there going out the door, and I think I heard Eric and a whole bunch of others there coming up. So say good evening to all you guys there as well, and Happy New Year's as well. Just here in the shack, I got to get one more contact here to get my QRZ Christmas award thing, so thought I might fire up the rig here while listening to the net tonight, and a nice cup of hot chocolate here going. So anyway, we'll be listening with interest, that's for sure. And I was in Sackville today actually, and I seen a bunch there skating, not on the pond by the university, but out on the marsh, like as if like off the walking trail, I guess, so to speak. So anyway, but I guess the water was quite frozen over there. You guys were talking about the river and stuff. Anyway, that's it from here. Thanks for doing the net, of course, Jim, and thanks for calling us in. And everybody, all have a great evening there. What's left, and a good week there for sure. V1 JBL, V1 KEV.
Yeah, okay, very good, Kevin. Good on everything, and on the skating on the marsh there. Yeah, at least we went through. You're not going to go down too far. You'll probably just get your skates money there. So very good. And I did open your email while you were talking there, and yeah, that sounds a good idea, Kevin. I'll add that to the agenda. No problem at all. Very good. Thanks, Kevin, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's get down to Greenwood, or I guess more or less Kingston, and see Eric, VE1JW, VE1JBL.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Everyone, yeah, Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully it'll be a little better than 23 and 22 and 21. We can hope going forward things will get better, but one never knows for sure. But we can cross our fingers and hope that things will get a little better and things will go good. Yeah, no, too much exciting here today. We had a nice visit with VA1 BIL this morning. Went over for coffee to the mall and had a nice chat. Coffee. Haven't had a face-to-face for a couple of months, so we talk quite regularly on the radio or on the phone, but hadn't had a face-to-face for quite a while, so it's nice to get out have a coffee and have a face-to-face and run into a couple other hams at the mall there, so I have to say hi, but other than that, just kind of relaxing here, I guess, and hoping that things will progress better. I haven't got my Christmas lights down yet. I've been too busy looking after the wife since she fell, so we're keeping an eye on her so we don't stray too far. So we did get over to the mall, like I say, for 2 hours this morning, but I did a few errands while we were there. But other than that, we'll just be here listening with interest. V1 JBL, V1 JW.
Yeah, very good, Eric. Good on everything there, and getting together with the other hams there and stuff like that. Always a good time for sure there, and good on everything else there. And anyways, very good. Thanks so very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go down to Bedford and see Tom, VE1 TWH, VE1 JBL.
Yeah, VE1 JBL, VE1 TWH. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to those on all of the net. Just a quick check-in, sir, and remarkable your slate. 2 degrees below zero here, but it's a nice evening, and yeah, I'll pass it back to you, sir. VE1 JBL, VE1 TWH.
Yeah, okay, very good, Tom. Well, thanks very much for coming in there, and we're seeing your emails flash by here there today also. So we're all set for Monday there. So good stuff. Very good. Thanks, Tom, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's get down to Clam Point and see Joe, VE1 GUI, VE1 JBL.
VE1JBL, VE1GY. Good evening there, Jim. Good evening to everyone here on Wednesday night, Fusion Net. Yeah, no, it's been a pretty good day here today. Temperature's gone down here now to 0.0. And barometer is steady, 1,013, and no wind. West-southwest, it shows here 3 to 5 kilometers, so that's very mild, I guess. A little chilly. I thought it was down on the minuses there for a few minutes ago, but no, it's not now. So anyway, the story there. Yeah, I went after some lumber. I make them garbage bins, and I had to go after some lumber there yesterday morning, and I went down and got some old stock. They had stored way down in the lower part of the field, and a lot of it had been rained on and got froze on, and a lot of it was turned black and stuff. So I said, well, I'll have to take it and do what I can do with it. So hopefully when I plane it, the black will disappear, and which it did, some of it, while I was fooling around with it. So, but anyway, I've been storing it outside there, trying to get some of the ice off it and all that stuff before I put it in the barn. So that's what I've been doing today. I think everything's looking pretty good. Maybe tomorrow, if it ain't too bad, tomorrow I might get the rest of it cleaned up there and get laid away in the barn. See you later, V1GY.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. I'm surprised about the ice and everything. I thought you guys are down in the banana belt down there, so geez, you must get a little bit of ice down there then, if you're telling me that. So very good. Oh, I'm sure you'll get it. You'll get it all cleaned up and make some bins there. So very good. Thanks, Joe, for coming in here. It was off. Great evening, 7-3 for now. And finally, let's bring in Frank. I don't think he's in Nova Scotia. I don't think he moved down here, Frank, but we'll take you anyways. VE3AC, VE1JBL. How was things up in Sudbury?
Good evening, VE1 JBL Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie. Well, everything's going pretty good here. Still not too much snow, but apparently it is going to get very cold tonight. So hopefully we don't have issues with the water pipes bursting into a whole bit. But anyways, thanks for picking me up out of sequence. I know I'm not from Nova Scotia or what have you, but I did try to get in earlier on the short time list, but I guess it doesn't work too well when you don't have the right antenna on it, on the radio here. Even though I'm very close to the repeater, and I can hear everything off of it, having no antenna is not very, it won't get very far. But anyways, thanks for picking me up, and Happy New Year's to everyone, since this is the first net after New Year's. So Happy New Year's to all my friends on the East Coast, and it was nice hearing some of you on the RAC winter contest. I was actually on QRP running QRP, and wow, East Coast and West Coast was coming in no problem. I was able to hit the East Coast and the West Coast, no problem whatsoever. It was stations in between that I had a tough time with. But anyways, that's 73's Jim for being there and picking me up, of course. So 73's from Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie.
Yeah, okay, very good, Frank. Well, I'm sure Steve was probably one of your contacts there. VE1OR, I know he was he was doing a lot of contacts there on the contest there, so you probably picked him up somewhere along the way there. Anyways, thanks for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. Okay, that's the first round of PEI and the first round of Nova Scotia. Let's go up to New Brunswick and take the first round of the Maritime Fusion Net for New Brunswick. Call sign here is VE1JBL. The name is Jim. Stations from New Brunswick. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo Alpha. Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, VE9, GC.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima, V9, PAL.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, VE9, OSK.
Victor Echo 9 Alpha India, VE9AI.
Well, what an orderly crew that was. My goodness, you guys are all getting gold stars for that. This is who I have so far. I have VE9 VEA, VE9 Golf Charlie, VE9 Papa Alpha Lima, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo, and Victor Echo 9 Alpha India. Did I miss anybody from New Brunswick? Stations from New Brunswick. Go ahead, please. I guess we didn't miss anybody. Let's go way up the Trackety Shallow and see Vern. VE9 VEA, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Vern.
Yeah, VE1 JBL, Maritime Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all fine. Outstanding hams on frequency. Well, Jim, just coming in to wish everybody on frequency a Happy New Year and give you another participant in the net there for the count. So, outside of that, not a bad day. Well, I guess it was quite bright most of the time, so it was a fairly decent day and the temperature wasn't too bad. Things are quite white up here, but there you go. So, like I say, Jim, nice net. We've been on since we pretty well you got started, so enjoying the net, and we're going to stay here until you end up closing the net down, so hopefully, unless they have to call the funeral home for me. Yeah, these days you never know what's going to happen from about 1 minute to the next. So, Jim, nice net, and we enjoy it, and we always enjoy it when you're at the control there. So, I just wish everybody a great evening, a great wake-up call tomorrow, 7-3 to all. Hey, ladies, special cleaners, scanner listeners, turn it back to you, VE1 JBL, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha, over.
Okay, very good, Vern. Good on everything there, and good to have you on board there as usual. And thanks very much for taking time to come into that there tonight. There, so 7-3. Okay, and I see the monthly repeater has checked out here, so I'm not sure if they're having problems with that or not. But anyways, yeah, VE9 MFR has dropped off the page here. Hopefully they'll get that solved here and back in there. Okay, let's go into Irishtown and see Gordon, VE9 GC, VE1 JBL, or Notre Dame, I guess it is. Good morning, Gordon.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. VE1 JBL, VE9 GC. Yeah, had me confused there for a minute. I thought you were going to call Paul in or somebody in when you said Irishtown, but that's all right. I'm close enough. I was a kilometer down the road, I'd be in Irishtown. There you go. Anyway, thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling in. Happy New Year to everybody that's on frequency. No particular traffic here this evening. It's -4 degrees. It was a gorgeous day here. We got up on the plus side, which was nice. Managed to get my tri-zone heat pump installed and working, so we're looking forward to that a little bit for the winter, but more so next summer and keep the house cool. Anyway, thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling me in, and we'll look forward to talking to everybody next Wednesday night. The 1 JVL, the 9 GC.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. Good on everything there, and good on the heat pumps. And yeah, this is strange, Gordon. You're coming in here. It's coming up saying you're coming through the Moncton repeater here, but on my right-hand side of my software here is telling me that VE9 MFR is checked out. It hasn't come back in or anything, but you're coming through there, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyways, as long as we're getting you, that's the main thing. Very good, Gordon. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. Okay, let's go a kilometer down the road, and we'll go into Irishtown and see Paul, VE9 PAL, VE1 JBL.
Yeah, VE1JBL. This is VE9PAL. How you doing there, Jim? And Gord, my neighbor up the road. Yeah, it's -4 here too. It's getting a little cool, but it was nice for a walk there this afternoon. It was like you said, it was in the plus there, so can't complain for January. By George, winter's almost over, eh? 3 more months and we'll be in March. Anyway, you guys all take care. Have a great week. V9PAL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Paul. Yeah, I wish it was that easy, but I don't think we're going to keep it scot-free here. But anyways, we're doing well, that's for sure. Anyways, thanks for coming in, Paul. Have yourself a great day. 7-3 for now. Let's go into DF and see Oscar, VE9OSK, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net tonight. I do see the repeater here on my system because I'm on my node and I can see it's here. So I think must be something on your end there because it's definitely here and the boys are coming in through, so I think it's still working there. Nothing to add, just my first contact on the Fusion for the New Year's. I did talk to you last week. I was down in the Magdalens there, so probably doesn't make much difference, but we're going through the internet system there. 7-3, thanks for doing that and calling me in. Victor Echo 9 Oscar Sierra Kilo.
Yeah, okay, very good, Oscar. Good on you. I remember you on the Magdalen Islands there last week there, so glad you had a good time there, and you're back home there. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm kind of confused about that. It's telling me here on the right-hand side that VE9 MFR repeater checked out in 1926 and has not come back in. But Paul and Gord both came through the MFR repeater, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but at least it's working. Okay, let's go up to Fredericton and see Gary, VE9AI, VE1J.
VE1JBL Net Control, VE9AI. Good evening, Jim. Everybody on frequency. And it's a little cooler here tonight, I think. I haven't looked lately there. It's right around 0, I guess, right now. So anyway, it could be worse. And like they're saying, winter's, we're getting on the better side towards spring. So, not much. I guess I had the stomach flu here in the past week and got over that. Everybody seems to be either got a cold or they got the stomach flu. It's going around everywhere. So, anyway, we made it through. So with that, we'll say good evening to one and all. Hope to catch everybody next week. Back to Net Control, VE9AI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gary. Good and everything. Yeah, I've got myself, it's not a real full-blown cold or anything like that. It's more just the sniffles. I just, my nose keeps running. I keep blowing it. But besides that, I feel fine. So I'm not sure what that almost seems like allergies more than anything else. But I don't know what the allergy would be this time of year. But anyways, thanks Gary for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that we've completed one round of Maritime provinces. So what we're going to do right now is just go outside the Maritime. So anybody outside the Maritimes that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim, located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. So stations from outside the Maritimes that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, go ahead, please.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa, VA6FP.
Okay, I got Francis in there, and VA6FP, I got you in there, Francis. Now, there's a lot of notes in here that they're outside the Maritimes here, so don't be shy, guys. Come on in and give us a transmission there. Stations from outside the Maritimes. I'd like to check in on that. Go ahead, please. Francis, I guess you're all by yourself there. VA6FB, VE1JBL, and how's things out in Wainwright? I see the temperatures come down a little bit out there. My goodness, you guys were in the banana belt out there a little for the last little while there. Must be all those Chinook winds coming over the Rockies there. Go ahead.
VE1 JBL for the Maritime Fusion VA6FB. Well, good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to everyone back home in the Maritimes. I hope I didn't scare those other stations off. My goodness, I had seen a VA7 there and a node, and I was hoping someone from BC was going to jump in there and check in. Nice to hear a few more stations there from out of province. But no, we can't complain, Jim. We've had some really nice weather. Quite a bit of heavy frost. Does some beautiful decorating on the trees, my goodness, and even my antennas look fabulous. I'm just glad the ice wasn't too thick there and make things bend a bit, but can't really complain. Minus 7 degrees Celsius out here right now. It has cooled down. Temperature is going to stay pretty well around this, which is sort of seasonal, I guess, so I guess we shouldn't complain. Sunday, the highs are only going to be minus 14, and it's going to be like that probably for a few days next week as well. They're expecting Sunday night around minus 22 overnight low. I hope the wind doesn't get into that because, oh, that is going to be bone chilling. I don't mind the cold once I'm become acclimatized, but I'm far from it. As you say, we've been spoiled. And just fighting off a cold here, somewhat like you've been saying there, my sinus have been giving me a hard time, so we're just trying to get over it. So I poured myself a nice glass of Disaronno. We're sitting here in the shack and enjoy listening to the conversation. Other than that, Jim, no other traffic. Thanks for letting us check in. Hope everyone had a great New Year's Eve and everyone's safe and had a good time, and wishing everyone the best in try that again, Francis, in 2024. I guess I don't even know what century I'm in. Take care, one and all. 7-3 all around. VE1 JPL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FP.
Hey, very good, Francis. Good and everything there. Now, with your drink, do you have eggnog in that?
Oh, no. When I have Disaronno, it's just nicely on the rocks.
Yeah, okay, very good, Francis. Very good. Yeah, it is the same thing I'm thinking of there. That's what I usually have is eggnog with it. And put that in there, and that's a really nice drink, that's for sure. Anyways, very good, Francis. Take care. Thanks very much for coming in there, and have yourself a great week there. 7-3 for now. Sit back and enjoy your drink there. Okay, with that, we didn't get anybody else from outside the Maritime, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start round 2. This is going to be round 2 of the Maritime Fusion Net. Of course, we'll start with Prince Edward Island. Any stations from PEI that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, go ahead, please. Anybody from Prince Edward Island, stations from PEI that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, go ahead, please. Now, they hear from PEI, but I did see a November 0 station come in there, so I won't take you in there. And we had just called for outside the Maritime, so I'll gladly take you in here. November 0, Alpha Mike Yankee. November 0, Alpha Mike Yankee. This is Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. The name here is Jim on the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Jim. Sorry about that. I had a radio setting there, and I was listening to you guys and accidentally keyed up. I do apologize there, but you're sounding good on this. And again, I do apologize for keying up on the net there. 73, my friend.
Yeah, okay, no problem at all, no problem at all. Just come in and give us your name and where you're located. I was kind of curious where you're at there. Go ahead.
Yes, we're in Paducah, Kentucky, and the first person was Tony on this end.
Oh, very good, Tony. Well, thanks very much for coming in from Kentucky tonight there. Yeah, I just wasn't sure what area the zeros were in there, so now I know. But anyways, no problem at all, Tony. Thanks very much for coming in there. Glad to have you on board there tonight. So 7-3, and have yourself a great evening. Okay, we tried the second round from PEI. We didn't get anybody, so let's go back to Nova Scotia. Second round of the Nova Scotia for the Maritime Fusion Net. Anybody from Nova Scotia? Second round. Go ahead, please.
VE1 Yankee Zulu, VE1 YZ.
Okay, I got Neil in there, VE1YZ. Any other stations? Any other stations from Nova Scotia? Go ahead, please. Nothing here. Neil, you're all by yourself there. VE1YZ, VE1JBL. And how's things down in the St. Margaret's Bay area?
Hi again, Jim. And it must be, what, the fourth or fifth, sixth time I've talked today. All the same down here. It's been nice, just nice 0 degrees and no wind, so I was able to get outside and do my thing. So, other than that, no other traffic. Jim, VE1JBL, VE1YZ.
Yeah, okay, very good, Neil. Good, everything there. You had a good chat with you there again there. And, yeah, it was pretty well the same up here. It was actually a beautiful day. And I was just telling the boys early on there, I just had a light jacket on today, taking down all the Christmas lights there. I spent probably 2 to 3 hours outside there, but, man, it didn't bother me at all there. Nice to be able to work outside this time of year here and only have a light jacket on, so very good. Thanks, Neil, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, let's go over to New Brunswick and try our second round for the province of New Brunswick. Stations from New Brunswick. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9, Lima Echo November.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor Mobile, VE9 MTV Mobile.
Juliet Charlie Tango.
Victor Echo 9, November Alpha.
Okay, I got 4 stations that time. We got VE9LEN, VE9JCT, VE9NA, and I got Mike Mobile, VE9MTV. Mike, I'll take you right now while you're mobile there. VE9MTV, VE1JBL, come on in.
Yeah, VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net, VE9 MTV Mobile. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to Neil and Len and Nelson there. Yeah, just thought I'd better check in there. Just got out of the funeral for my cousin there, so thanks for taking over the net for me this time. And yeah, we beautiful day today, beautiful sunshine, warmed up a little bit, and don't know what the weather is for tomorrow, but I think it's forecasting pretty well good weather all week there. So. Yeah, very good. Won't hold it too much. Just heading back home and thought I'd better check into the net there. So 7-3, Happy New Year to everybody on the net. VE1JBL, VE9 MTV Mobile.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. No problem at all there. Take your night there. That's no problem. And of course, again, sorry of your loss there. But anyways, have yourself a great week. 7-3, and we'll talk to you again there. Now, before I bring in the other stations, I'll just do a second round. Anybody from New Brunswick, anybody else from New Brunswick that would like to check in? It's the second round here, so stations from New Brunswick that would like to check in. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Bravo Charlie Lima. Victor Echo 1, Bravo Charlie Lima.
Steve, I got you on the end there, VE1BCL. Top of the list, VE9LEN, VE1JBL. Good evening, Lynn.
Yeah, E1JBL, V9LEN returning. Well, I say Happy New Year to you and to everybody that's listening on here tonight. Yeah, well, it's like Mike was saying, we had a beautiful day. Nice sunshine. We went for a walk. Man, oh man, we got to take advantage of this nice weather. It's probably won't last, but I heard through the grapevine we might have some snow on the weekend, and they don't know yet how much, but who knows? At least there's a couple of systems going over the water at the moment, so as we speak, so it's dodging us, them two systems. So anyway, the third white might not do the same. So anyway, we'll find out how much we get. Outside of that, not much else to report. Before I don't know if you called VE9 JCT. He checked in there. So anyway, just thought I'd mention that there, Jim. Back to you. VE9 in clear.
Yeah, okay, very good, Lynn, good and everything there. Yes, I do have JCT down here, so that'll be 2 in a row from Shediac. So anyways, Lynn, thanks very much for coming in. Yeah, they're getting quite a storm, I guess, in Newfoundland on the east coast there, Newfoundland. Apparently there's a storm that missed us altogether, but supposed to be into Newfoundland tonight and tomorrow. And I think they're giving 20 to 25 centimeters of snow for St. John's area there. So another one we dodged. But Newfoundland wasn't so lucky this time, so they're going to get a little snow on the east coast there. Anyways, very good, Lynn. Thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening there. And we'll stay in Shediac and see VE9JCT, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all on net. I land on the street here, and I heard Nelson also in Buktush and Mike on the road. Yeah, not much going on. I shouldn't say not much going on. A busy day. Spent the whole day in Moncton shopping for my wife, my son, myself. No, I didn't buy anything for myself. Well, groceries, I guess. And I'll just mention we went here and there, but I'll just mention Costco. So now $500-$700 later. Anyway, we should be all right for 4 or 5 months at least. But then again, we bought stuff for other people, so all that together it made a full trunk. Yeah. Besides that, well, not much going on, which is good. And there's hardly any snow here in Shediac, and so far so good. But then we have to remember 1992. We ended up with 161 centimeters of snow at the end of January. Yeah, it was a 3-day combo. Never know. Head over till it's over. So 7-3 to all listening. Thanks for doing the net, and back to net control from VE9 JCT.
Yeah, okay, very good, Claude, good and everything there, and yeah, I know exactly what you mean by the storms. While you were talking there, I was trying to find my calendar. I have the calendar from 2015. Where is it at here? 2015. This is the calendar, and we did not have any snow at all until the 27th of January. That was the first day that we had snow in 2015, was the 27th of January. It was a blizzard of 35 centimeters. Then a blizzard on the 30th was 30 centimeters. In February, we had a blizzard on the 3rd, 40 centimeters. A blizzard on the 4th of February at 30 centimeters. A blizzard on the 15th, and it was 65 centimeters. And what else do we have here? We said we had more. And I have at the end of February, Moncton had 130 centimeters. for the month of February, and Moncton has a total of 333 centimeters on the first day of March, and a blizzard on the 15th of March, 35 centimeters, another 62 centimeters in Halifax on the 19th of March, and a wind chill of minus 28 on the 23rd of March. And did we have anything in April? Maybe we finally come. But that was everything after the end of January. So just everybody keep aware of that. That even though it's nice in January, man, we could get hammered hard after that. So, anyways, very good, JC. Thanks very much for coming in there. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Yeah, let's go up to Bucktush and see VE9 and A, VE1 and JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Good evening to everyone on the net. Not much to add here. We've been in the wood today. Made 3 loads of wood this afternoon. And, yeah, we got 17 loads of wood here now. So I guess we're starting to get things there. If we had some nice weather down the road there, I'll probably get the splitter out and split that. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for doing the Jim, and call me in, and we'll turn it back to you. V1, PJ, JPL, VE9, and A. Back to you, Jim.
Yeah, okay, very good, Nelson. Good on everything there, and thanks very much for taking part there tonight from Bucktush, and glad to have you on board there tonight. So 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go up to Ferguson and see Steve, VE1 BCL, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Well, before I begin, are you coughing there now, Jim?
Yep, absolutely, Steve. Yeah, no problem now. Come on in.
Yeah, okay, very good evening to everybody on the net this evening. Well, I'll apologize if I interrupted. We seem to be having trouble here with audio getting out of Fredericton. We're hearing it coming in, and anyway, I had my computer on. I don't have my node running, but I had my computer on, and I suspect that I heard you call for stations from New Brunswick on the computer and picked my microphone up, so I apologize. Other than that, things are pretty quiet around here, Jim. Back to you, V1 BCL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Steve. No problem at all there. No, we got you in there, and no problem at all there. I haven't heard your dad on here tonight either, so maybe he's having the same problems up there too. But very good. Nope, we got you in there. So have yourself a great evening. Thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a good one there for sure. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've completed 2 rounds of the Maritimes, and what we're going to do now is it's 5 minutes to 8, so let's just open it up for anybody anywheres that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim, located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. So anybody from anywheres that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Golf Papa.
Alpha.
Oh, I doubled with Vern there. Sorry, VY2, Juliet, Charles.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo.
Victor Echo 9, Alpha Delta Victor.
Victor Echo 9, Echo Sierra.
Okay, I'll tell you what I have here. I have VE1 Golf Papa, VY2 JC, VE9 CUV, VE9 ADV, and VE9 ES, and I have Vernon there with a recheck. Any other stations from anywheres that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead, please. Okay, I'll take Vern with a recheck. Go ahead, Vern.
One JBL, V9VA. Yeah, Jim, I've been calling 2 or 3 times. I was letting my system that quit on me, so I said this is the last try I'll call. Jim, I forgot to say thank you for doing the net. Thank you for calling me in one more time, putting up with my foolishness one more time, and hopefully we'll be around again next week to aggravate the airways again. 7-3, Jim. Oh, by the way, Jim, it's Trackety Skyla. It's Sheila in English, it's Skyla the way they pronounce it up here. Trackety Skyla. Charlotte is a couple hours north of me. So I just thought I'd throw that one in too. VG9VA 73 with VG1 JBL net control. Bye-bye.
VE9, VEA, VE1, JBL. Okay, very good, Vern. Yep, good on everything there and the name and everything, so no problem at all there. Good stuff. Have yourself a great week. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's get down to Smith Cove and see Gordon. VE1, GB, VE1, JBL.
VE1 JBL, this is VE1 GP. Good evening, Jim. Just wanted to check in here. I think the net's a little unstable tonight. My system's gone down a couple of times, but I have to run, I'm running the little 2-meter net down here tonight, so I'm off in 2 minutes. So good to check in with you, VE1 JBL, VE1 GP.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. No problem at all there. Yeah, I would say there is something going on here because I've been seeing things on the left-hand side of the screen that doesn't match up with everything else, and it already says that you're checked out. So you shouldn't even be in here. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but anyways, we got you in there. So no problem. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go over to PEI and see Joe down on the sandbar. VY2JC, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, V1 JBL and the Maritime Fusion Net VY2 Juliet Charlie. Good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to everybody on the net there. Hi to Vern, and hello to everybody else there too, for sure. And if I didn't, I don't think I said it on the Fusion Net yet, but Happy New Year to everybody. And thanks for doing that net, Jim. Thanks for picking us up. I just have a question for you. I was wondering if you got any use out of those antennas there that you got from me there yet. I'm making a bracket, another bracket, a better bracket for the smart car. Where I had it, there's way too much vibration, so I noticed on the back of the little car that it had a couple of plugs, and I said, I wonder what's in behind them plugs. So I took one out, and here is where you can thread in your toe. Okay, so I'm gonna get another one. I only have one toe hook, so I'll get another one, and I'm gonna bolt a little piece of square tubing to that with a little piece going vertical, and mount the screwdriver to that there. So I've got it all made up there today. Drilled a whole bunch of little holes in it. Going to put a nice little red tail light in there. It just looked like a little truck, you know, the little light that they put underneath the tailgate there. Well, I'm going to have one right in my homemade bumper. I try. Anyway, that's what I was doing today, out there playing with that. So it puts a smile on my face just to drive it down the road, Jim. It certainly does. Great thing on gas too. I think I'm not exactly sure. I never checked it, but anywhere from 2 liters per 100 kilometers to 6 or 7 liters per 100 kilometers. And it's mostly around 4 or 5 there. That's not very much gas for 100 kilometers. Anyway, thanks, Jim. 7:30, and thanks for doing the net there. Good evening to all. VY2, Juliet, Charlie. Western end of the mud flap, over.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. No, well, actually, I'll have those antennas working for POTA in the spring there, Joe. Not that's what I wanted them for, but I still don't even have the connector for them yet, so I have nothing to put the cable to put the antennas on. So once I got to get one of those first. And then what I want to do is put it on the truck, is what I want to do with it. And then I can just go out without having to put up the big antenna. I'll just screw one of those on and be able to play with them. So that's a spring chore. They're laying in sleep right now in the garage there, Joe. So they're going to get a good winter sleep there because they'll be busy in the springtime. That's for sure. Yeah, good on the smart car. I still remember a couple of times out at the Walmart in Amherst, Joe. The big motorhomes would come in, and I would see the back of the motorhome open up automatically, and they would drive a smart car out of the back of the motorhome, and that was quite interesting. And I saw it more than once. So there was more than one motorhome that had that feature on the end of it there. I thought that was quite neat there. But anyways, yeah, when money's no option, that's for sure. Anyways, thanks, Joe. Yourself a great. Okay, back in the mountains, see Dawn, VE9CUB, VE1JBL.
Victor Echo 1 JBL, this is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo here in handheld. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. Joe going out the door, and Vern there going out the door also, and also coming up behind me, say hi to JP. So anyway, JBL, there's no real traffic here, Jim. Just a simple check-in, say hi. I haven't wished everybody a Happy New Year yet, so this is my my version of it. So anyway, with that, Jim, I'll give it back to you. Victor Echo 9 JBL, this is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Thanks, Jim, for doing the net and calling me in.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Well, thanks very much for taking part in the net there tonight there. We really appreciate it there. So have yourself a great week. 7-3 for now. VE9ADV, Jean-Pierre, come on in from the up. VE1JBL, go ahead.
VE1JBL, VE9ADV. Hello, Jim. Hope you're well. Happy New Year to you. And give us an update on how the St. Bernard is doing there. She must be growing. She must be pretty big there now. And just wondering how she's doing. Hello to Don there as well. And that just was up there behind me. And hello to everyone else here still listening. Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully 2024 is going to be better than 2023. Anyways, that's pretty well it for me. Just playing around on the computer here and with the hotspot. Oh, and maybe, Jim, maybe you can answer this question. Does the Maritime Room, is it bridged to a YSF reflector somewhere? Can't seem to find that connected through a hotspot if I'm not within a Fusion repeater range here. Anyways, 7-3 to everyone. VE9ADV will be clear.
VE9ADV, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, JP. No problem at all there. And yes, she's still growing. She's over 60 pounds now at 8 months. So she's still growing. Actually, I got a really nice picture of her and the kitten because we got a kitten at the same time. We wanted the two of them to grow up together there. So the two of them are always in here playing. And it's always fun to watch the two of them play. And I've got a beautiful picture I took the other day of the two of them here in the chair. So I'll send that off to you there when I get a chance there. But yeah, she's doing well. So, oh no, we don't do any hotspots or anything like that. Nothing is connected into this room, JP. Yeah, that was brought up when we first set this thing up back in 1999. Of course, we had the meeting in Moncton, and Yvonne, we were talking to Yvonne there, and he suggested that we don't hook it up there because of some issues, I guess, at the time. Of course, that was 5 years ago now. But we never did. So no, the only way you can get into this net is through a Fusion radio. No hotspots. QSO.
Roger. Yeah, I was trying to find stuff online there, Jim. Couldn't find anything. Anyway, thanks for the response there, Jim. 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good. Thanks very much for coming in there, and have yourself a great evening there. VE9ES, VE1JBL. Pat, very good evening. Nice to hear you the other night there, and good. I'm glad to see you're back on the Fusion, and welcome to the Maritime Fusion at Pat in Riverview. Come on in.
Thanks for calling me in, and hello to 73 to everybody on the net. First time on the Fusion Net, as Jim alluded. When I was testing out the radio that I received, I don't even remember, was it yesterday? Managed to get it set up, and we chatted because I was just testing it out on the repeater. So look forward to participating more on some of that stuff, and hopefully everybody has a great new year. And VE9ES, back over to you, VE1JB.
Yeah, okay, very good, Pat. Well, again, welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net, and glad to have you on board there. And there was a couple of questions you were asking about the 991. Of course, I don't have one, but Gordon was on earlier tonight there. I don't know if Gordon is still on here or not, VE9GC. And if you want, maybe give him a call if you think about it. I'm going to close the net here pretty soon, so if you want to give him a call after the net is over, the call sign is VE9GC. You can give him a call, because I think he was using his 991 tonight, and I'm sure he'd be able to answer any questions that you have about that 991 there. So if you want to give him a shout there after the net is over, by all means. So, but again, good to have you on board there tonight. Thanks very much for taking part. Hopefully we'll hear you more often on the net there. So 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we'll take another round of stations from anywhere, inside or outside the Maritimes. I would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net before we close. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Delta Echo Sierra, V1DES.
Well, hi, Don. All the way down to Yarmouth. I don't know if you were having problems getting in there tonight or not there. I guess there's been a few problems on the system here tonight. But good to hear you on there all the way down in Yarmouth. VE1DES, VE1JBL. Come on in.
V1JBL, nope, never had any trouble. Of course, I didn't try. The other times, I have only an inside antenna and running 5 watts. But I get stomped on quite easily. This time I waited till it was clear and had no problems at all. Hope your new year was good there, Jim, and hope everything else turns out well. V1DES.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Good and everything there. Good to have you on board there. Thanks very much for taking part, and have yourself a great week there, for sure there. 7-3 for now. Okay, any other late stations? Any other late stations for the Maritime Fusion Net? Anybody from inside or outside the Maritimes? I would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net before we close. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha. Sierra Echo Charlie.
Victor Echo 1, Bravo Tango Charlie.
Okay, I got 3 stations that time. I got VE1 Charlie Alpha, I got Kilo Charlie 1 Sierra Echo Charlie, and I got Victor Echo 1 Bravo Tango Charlie. Any other stations that I missed? Any other stations from anywhere? Go ahead. Nothing heard. Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha, VE1 JBL. Come on in, Rob.
VE1 JBL, VE1 CA. Good evening again there, Jim, and all those on frequency. Just kind of in the shack here, getting supper, a late supper ready here. Anyway, hope everybody has a great evening. 7-3, VE1 JBL, VE1 CA.
Yeah, okay, very good, Rob. Thanks for coming in. Of course, again, thanks for doing the online part of the net here too. So everybody out there, just Rob's the one who looks after the YouTube video, the live feed of the Maritime Fusion Net there. So thanks for Rob for looking after that. And have yourself a great week, Rob. We'll be talking to you for sure. 7-3 for now. Okay, I got a new one here. I got a Kilo Charlie 1 Sierra Echo Charlie. I went on QRZ, and if that's the right call, I've got a hold of Jason in Maine. So, Jason, if that's you, come on in.
Hey, this is definitely Jason in Maine. First time checking here. Had a few problems checking in the first couple of rounds. I just got myself a FTM 500. And apparently I wasn't able to check in with that, so I have to switch over to my 991A, and it worked this time. So I got to do a little bit more work on that radio. Won't take up too much of your time, but just wanted to say hi, and first time net caller. So I'll send it back over to Net Control. This was KC1 SEC from Maine.
KC1 SEC, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Jason. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight. The name here is Jim on this end, and I'm located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia, a small area in northern Nova Scotia here. So thanks very much for taking part, and welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. Hopefully we'll hear you more often. And I'm just looking at your QRZ page here, and the nice setup you have in your shack there. So looking good there for sure. Anyways, take care. Thanks again for coming in. Hopefully we'll hear you more often. 7-3 for now. Brendan, how's things going down in the Antigonish area there? VE1 VTC, VE1 JBL.
V1 JBL and the Maritime Fusion at V1 VTC. Well, very good evening there, Jim. Things aren't going too bad here. We're actually just getting over a bad cold. We had a cold there for about a week or so, 5 to 7 days, and I'll tell you, she was a pain. The first few days I was fevered and chilled and everything else, but we finally came around, and we're doing better there now. So anyway, not really too much else going on here tonight. Just kind of sitting back, relaxing, and it's looking like I have to give Father a call because he just called me there. Anyway, Jim, you have yourself a good one, sir, and we shall be chatting to you a little further on down the log. VE1 JBL, VE1 VTC, 7-3, sir. All the best.
Yeah, okay, very good there, Brendan. Thanks very much for coming in there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, it is 1/4 the hour now. So any other late check-ins? Any other late check-ins before the Maritime Fusion Net, before we close? Any late check-ins? Go ahead, please. Nothing heard. I'm going to make this the last call. This will be the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net for our first one of the year, January the 3rd. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please. And with that silence, we will close the net at 8:15. We had a total of 37 check-ins tonight. So I want to thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. Of course, we want to thank all the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who clicked in tonight. And there was a total of 34 at one time here. We had 34 nodes connected to the room here. So thanks for everybody for checking in and taking part in the net there tonight. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.MikeAlphaAlphaRomeoCharlie.ca. That's MAARC.ca, and click on Club Activities/Nets. Now that the net is concluded, the CQ Maritime's room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1 JBL. My name is Jim, located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia.